Hey, how are you? Are you the turf man?
I am, absolutely. My name's Dalton with Kiss My Grass Turf. How are you?
Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Colin. It's great to have you here today. It's at short notice.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate the call. Heard you guys are looking for some new turf. What exactly kind of turf are we looking for? And, what do you guys do here at Clemson with all the turf?
Well, yeah, I want to go ahead and welcome you to Clemson. Like, you're here on a great day. We've had rain lately, but you're missing all that, so that's great.
That's good. Good to hear.
And I've actually been on the staff for 12 years now. 7 years I was an assistant with our turf management team, and now for the past 5, I've been the director.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never actually been on campus, so this is quite a treat. It's a nice place up here. Sounds like you have a lot to do with being the head of the grounds crew. Do you maintain more than just the football field? I know that's kind of what we were looking to talk specifically about, what you said in your previous conversation that we had over the phone, but I didn't know if that's just what you were looking to do or what else do y'all do here?
Yeah, well, obviously Death Valley is our primary concern, but we also have Riggs Field, which is our men's and women's soccer team, and then we have the baseball stadium over at Doug's Kingsmore. And then we also have the intramural fields. So, we manage all that, and it's a lot of work.
Wow, yeah, oh, definitely. Y'all got a lot on your hands then, Colin. Is most of the turf that you all maintain here, has it been holding up well against the rain? I know we kind of spoke about how much we've had up here, but how's it holding up against all that?
Well, that's actually why I decided to call you guys at Kiss My Grass Turf. This past summer, we actually put in new turf over at Riggs Field and the baseball stadium, and obviously that's holding up pretty well. But with all this rain and all this bad weather up here, our turf over at Death Valley has been suffering actually a lot. So
yeah, definitely. I can understand that. Hopefully we can help you out with that. What kind of turf are we currently dealing with in the football stadium? Has it lived up to the expectations of you as the grounds crew the last couple of years?
Yeah, well, actually we have Bermuda grass over there in Death Valley, and it's been okay, but recently we've noticed that it started to struggle a lot, and maybe looking for a new alternative to go down.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Maybe what are some of the specific disadvantages and problems that you as a director over the last 5 years maybe you've seen?
Well, with our Bermuda grass being a warm season grass, we have trouble every year with it going dormant, not even halfway through the season. And since we're in transition zone for turf grasses, we're starting to notice this problem. It then requires us to overseed a lot and put chemicals in, and then it adds a lot of stress to our crew because we're having to have them work more hours, and just putting a lot of unneeded time into that.
Yeah, absolutely. All those things somewhat come with the territory of having that Bermuda. Has the extra work that your crew been putting into Death Valley because of this? Have you had to neglect any of the other fields potentially?
Well, we actually have a pretty great staff here. We have a lot of part-time students, so we're able to handle all the work that we've been given, but it's been stressful at points.
That's good. That's good to hear. That's real uncommon in the turf business. I come to calls and meetings with people, and they really talk about how they just don't have the staff, but that's great to hear. So at this point, are you looking to kind of replace the current Bermuda with the same strand of Bermuda you already have out there?
Yeah, we know how to handle Bermuda, and obviously we've been doing it for years now, but maybe we're starting to lean towards going a different route and finding a new type of turf that'd be better for Death Valley.
Okay. Yeah, obviously, if you are looking the Bermuda route, it would solve some of your problems in the short-term future. You know how to handle it, things of that nature. But however, in the long run, would you be maybe running into the same problems that you are at this point in time?
Yeah, you make a good point. It might be time to start looking at different strains of turf that might work better for us in the long run. Even though we know how to handle Bermuda, we spend a great deal of our budget trying to maintain it year in and year out, and it's just causing extra problems.
Yeah, definitely understand that. If you don't mind me asking, what exactly maybe is some of the specifics that may be causing that budget stress there a little bit?
Yeah, well, currently with the Bermuda, we're having to overseed and reseed more than once per football season. This means that we're having to purchase more seed and more top dressing for the sand and everything, and extra chemicals so that it won't die, and more water to make sure that everything germinates and works out properly.
Yeah, man hours, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah.
The seed can definitely get expensive, knowing from the experience being in the business. Would it be high up on your priority list to kind of save some of the money by potentially switching to a different strain of grass?
Yeah, it might actually be great for us to be able to cut costs and go a different route, find new types of turf that will help us out and be better suited for Death Valley. And I know being in the transition zone right now, we can't actually go to cool grasses, so we might have to stay with some other options.
Yeah, definitely. From our experience in this part of the country, I think that diamond zoysia grass may be a viable option for you. However, the seed for the diamond zoysia is a little more expensive than Bermuda. So here, let me show you some pictures of that, some work that we've done with the diamond zoysia. So we've got a few pictures here. We haven't actually done it with a football stadium yet, but I do think that it would work out well for you.
Okay. Yeah, we actually know a crew that came into the Walker Golf Course and put diamond zoysia in, and we've heard nothing but great things about it.
Yeah, we actually did some of that work over there this past summer, and we've gotten great feedback from them, as well as a couple other places we put this type of grass in. Diamond zoysia, like you said, is still a warm season grass, so we still would be solid with that. We obviously wouldn't want to go to cool season grass. But with the diamond zoysia being a little more, it has a little later growing season than the Bermuda, so that's going to take potentially one of those overseedings that you're having to spend all that money on, going to take that out of the equation hopefully for you. The grass is a little firmer, so it's going to hold up against cleating and stuff like that a little better. It's also a little shade tolerant, more shade tolerant than the Bermuda, and especially at Death Valley with the way the stadium's built, that grass is looking to be under shade probably about 50% of the day, so that's probably a big factor for you as well. With all that being said, do you believe that diamond zoysia would be a good alternative to the Bermuda for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know diamond zoysia is going to be a little more expensive, but in the long run, it'll be so worth it. Just to be able to have grass that's going to hold up, and it'll really start to cut costs for us in the years later down the road.
Okay. Well, is the diamond zoysia turf the direction that you want to go with Kiss My Grass turf?
Yeah, we'd actually love to do business with you guys and get that diamond zoysia.
All right. Well, we look forward to doing business with you, and I'll get the paperwork drafted up tomorrow, Colin. I'll send it right over to you.
All right, sounds great.
What we just saw was a great illustration of spin selling. Our seller started with a great intro and some situational questions that set the stage for the entire sell. Then he moved into several problem questions that let our buyer know that his turf in Death Valley might be struggling a little bit. Next, he pointed out with his implication questions that the problem was bigger than originally anticipated. Because of how many man hours and how much money our buyer was ultimately spending in the long run, he realized it may be time to go in a different direction. Finally, our seller closed the deal with a few neat payoff questions that led directly to a handshake and finalized a deal for Kiss My Grass turf.